Hey y'all, my name is Jordan and today I'm going to introduce you to this final project of mine for one of my college courses, along with giving some backstory as to how this all came to be. I'm a student here at Appalachian State University, and for this spring 2018 semester, our school is doing something special, the Black Mountain College semester. With this special themed semester, certain classes offered here at ASU have been added or altered to have a main focus on Black Mountain College, an experimental arts college that existed back in the 1930s to the 50s. Black Mountain College was a school founded by John Andrew Rice. He was an interesting man, to say the least, but he's not our focus here, so let's just keep moving along. He opened Black Mountain College in 1933 in Black Mountain, North Carolina, as an attempt to build an experimental school where the structure was that there was no structure. Students had almost complete freedom along with the staff to learn whatever curriculum they wanted. Even though hundreds of students passed through the doors of the school, very few actually graduated. But even just going to the school gave you a chance as an artist to experiment in new processes and materials, and really gave way to some new creative ideas that we see today. However, one member of the original staff will be our focus for this video, Anni Albers. Now, in this class, we basically learned about the history of Black Mountain College and how it impacted the art world then and today. And for our final project, we were able to choose between doing a research-based project or a studio-based project. I, being a studio art major, obviously chose the studio-based project. And I wanted to do a studio project that was centered around the style and work ethic of one Anni Albers. A little information on Anni. Anni was born in Berlin, Germany in 1899 to an affluent family. At a young age, she developed an interest in painting and drawing, and this interest was encouraged by her parents initially. However, when she became of a certain age, it was expected of Anni to settle down and become a respectable housewife like her mother. Anni very clearly disapproved of this idea and instead left to attend the Bauhaus Art School to continue her passion. However, unfortunately, when she got there, she learned that the only courses offered to women at the time were weaving and ceramics. Anni went with weaving. She began to develop her abstract weaving style at the Bauhaus and eventually became the head of the weaving program. It was also at the Bauhaus where Anni would meet her future husband, Joseph Albers. Times are getting tough for Anni in Germany. The year is 1932, the Nazis are rising to power, and Anni was Jewish, so she was in danger. However, thankfully, help came in the way of an invitation to Joseph to teach at a new school opening in America, Black Mountain College. Joseph accepted the invitation, and Anni went with him. Anni quickly established herself as the head of the weaving program at Black Mountain College and continued to develop her non-representation of weavings. Anni had a particular way of working. She preferred to work by hand, not by machine, and slowness to her was the great strength for her creations. This teaching style often led her students to describe her as strict. It's this kind of work ethic and style that I wanted to try and pay tribute to for this project. I have no intentions of copying one of Anni's works, only to take inspiration in her designs and color palette so that I may have a better understanding on how to compose an abstract piece. I wanted to experiment with color blocking and making non-representational work using the slow and methodical method of tapestry weaving. It's not the same as weaving as Anni did, but it's what is most convenient to me and gives me a greater deal of control. With the finished piece, I hope to show that I took the appropriate inspiration from Anni's work ethic and the experimental nature of Black Mountain College. In the end, I think my piece turned out okay. I have some tension issues and I still struggle to finish the ends once I remove the weaving from the frame loom, but I'm still proud of myself. This isn't something that I do very often. I was careful in my planning while still experimenting with colors and shapes, very much in line to the teachings of Anni Albers and Black Mountain College.